ceiling. Well, I'm gonna need a higher 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 ceiling.
All right, welcome to Miller and Dricksy's pod, baby. This is episode 4.
Yeah, buddy.
Quattro.
Masters
Who would have
week.
thought? Look at us.
I know.
This is the Masters edition of Miller and Dricksy's pod, our very first. Hopefully not the last. Got to start somewhere, though.
Yeah.
All right. Today we have a very special guest with us, Mr. Jeremy, always putting on a smile. Belisle, welcome to the pod, baby.
All right, I like it.
Let's go.
So episode 4. Wait, before I start off with all of this action, I got to tell you guys, finish the tat.
Nice.
All right. Last week.
That won't help you beat me.
It might. It gives me something to focus on, so I'm not focusing on anything else. I can really zone in on the tat, baby.
Yeah.
Took a year. It was a year of just complete dedication and pain to get this thing done.
Yeah.
It's full of Marvel. All Marvel characters. Pretty sick. Super detailed. Wow. I have to give a shout out to Time Bomb Inc. in Blaine. And Sean over there, just amazing tattoo artist, was really dedicated through this whole process. I got to thank you guys so much for helping me kind of bring this to fruition. It was a dream of mine to have this done for a very, very long time. Another thing that's really cool is Veronica over there, one of their artists as well, actually did our logo.
That's cool.
So really just multifaceted talent there, but had to just throw that plug out there. Time Bomb Inc., you guys rock.
Now we're talking getting shirts made and hats made. So
absolutely.
She's going to have her artwork everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I know. We're going to just have her be pumped out there. So thank you, Sean, for doing a great job on my tat. And thank you, Veronica, for the great logo. Now we can get into the meat and the potatoes of pod number 4. And speaking of 4, we have Jeremy here is going to talk a little bit about Cared for Life.
Right.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that is and what you're looking to do here in our great state of Minnesota when it comes to golf?
Sure. So Cared for Life. We are dedicated to helping families in need for life. We've been in the business of throwing events, hosting events for lots of years. The guy that I partnered with and I'm doing this with has trained hockey athletes for lots of years and, created a platform to do, lots of different businesses but on our heart has always been helping families. And so we tried out some golf outings last year. We rented out some courses and we were just testing out, a way to make it different, make it more exciting. Yeah. Cause and I do it every year too. It's most of the golf that I do is going to be in, fundraisers of some sort, scramble.
I'm a charity golf slut.
Right. So
I play at least 2 to 3 a week. It's just, constant. So yeah.
Right. So, and when you go to those, they're all the same and it's not a bad thing, but we just wanted to do something different. We wanted to have a little bit of something for everybody, even the people that aren't golfers. And so we came up with just a different way to do things through, other events that we run, during the day as well. Mm-hmm. We have a business that we've done for the last, probably 5-6 years where we just love playing yard games. We'd
cool.
get together, we'd, get our buddies over and everybody just had an absolute blast. So, we wanted to incorporate that into the day and have a little bit of something for, like I said, for everybody where, if there's somebody at, if we're working with a corporate sponsor and they want to send a bunch of people and, there's a few people that are like, hey, I want to be a part of the day, but I'm not a golfer. Yeah. Well, now you have an option and then adding the, a few bands playing and into the evening and DJs and, just having a little bit of, like I said, something for everybody. Yeah,
it's pretty sweet. So, if golf course has been pretty accommodating when it's like, okay, we need a spot over here to throw bags or whatever for the guys that just want to come and do that sort of stuff. They've been pretty accommodating with that. You've seen, or?
Yeah, well, we got a great partner with Majestic. Majestic Oaks. They are willing to work with us and you know, we bring these ideas and they're like, yeah, let's do it. You know, they've been really, really great. You know, and also we're doing an event August 15th over in at White Eagle in Hudson.
Okay.
That'll be a little bit more low key. You know, we're really looking to blow it out at this first event at Majestic on June 3rd. So,
well, we like low key, and we like White Eagle.
White Eagle's a beautiful course.
I love White Eagle.
White Eagle is beautiful.
Majestic's right up the road from me, actually. I play in a lot of fundraisers out there.
Oh, yeah.
You know, throughout the year. And being in construction, you know, there's a lot of events that are geared around that, you know, hockey fundraisers as well for Spring Lake Park and such things. They do put on a great atmosphere for any of their scrambles that they put on there and their fundraisers. So what kind of formats are you thinking? Are you thinking you're still the scramble format, or what's going to be different? Anything different with the format, first of all, other than having more options for people to do things other than golf? I mean, what is kind of your...
Yeah, so I'll explain. So a little something for everybody too as a golfer. So, you know, if you're a golfer that, hey, I want to play my own ball, cool. We have an option for that. We have a morning golf tournament that we have a few tiers on it, you know, with it too. So it's not the same person winning every time. You can, you know, based on your handicap, get into what suits you best.
You're going to flight it a little bit then.
What's that?
You're going to flight it. So you'll have like whatever 10 unders in this, you know, that sort of thing. That's pretty cool.
So we'll have that going. And actually we're running a special right now. So we officially launched on 4/4. So just a couple days ago. Yeah. And so we want to offer $44 off to the first 44 people that sign up for the individual tournament. The website is cared4forlife.org, and you can find find the tab to sign up for that.
And we'll put it up right here.
Individual golfer. There you go. So we'll have the individual stuff going on in the morning. We have the whole course for the day. So, you know, we're playing around. We really want to get that afternoon scramble, you know, filled before we start, you know, adding other things. But they have a pretty cool little par 3 course too.
Yeah,
That, you know, I'm actually bopping around the Blaine area, so I haven't stopped into Time Bomb Inc.
Time Bomb Inc. Okay. Yeah.
Haven't stopped in there yet, but I will be coming there soon to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, just looking to connect with the local businesses in Blaine and Coon Rapids and Andover and that, you know, see if they want to be involved in, you know, sponsoring holes and promoting their business. You know, when you sponsor a hole, you own that hole to do whatever you want with it. You know, we got Real Sports Cards up in Champlin is sponsoring a hole, and he's like, yeah, I had a lot of fun he did a tournament last year, 2 years ago or whatever, and he said, I had a lot of fun. They did a long drive with a wood bat. He says, I want to do that. I was like, cool, go for it, you know.
That's pretty sweet.
So he's going to do that, and we just want to make it a fun atmosphere. You know, the afternoon golf, if you're like the really serious golfer that wants to play his own ball, it's not going to be for you. You know? That's going to be more set up for your corporate people, or just people that want to have, you know, fun, more social, you know, team building. If you are sending some people from work, it's a great team building atmosphere, because not only is it a little bit different and whatnot, the way that we set it up, but you get to play with up to 8 golfers in your flight.
Right.
You know, so if you have a bunch of buddies you're playing with and you got to foursome, you're not going to see them the whole day. And then, you know, you meet afterwards, and there's still a lot of things to do after, but you know, we just liked, and it's a little bit longer day, but you know, to me, being on a golf course for a little bit longer isn't a big deal.
Oh yeah,
you know, especially
I love
it. Yeah,
I love the grind. I mean, the grind of it is just that you got to take it in with a grain of salt, and you got to go into a charity scramble like this is a fellowship thing. Yeah. You know, this isn't. You know, we're trying to play the best golf that we possibly can, unless you're very competitive, like me and Jake are. But what's the most? That's just piquing my interest now in scrambles. What's your most outlandish thing you've seen in a scramble, as far as like a side game? Anybody.
Well, they always have those like CO2 filled, you know, golf ball launchers.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's always fun.
I've never done that yet.
Oh, it's pretty cool.
Is that the one that, like, if you're like, let's say you're a paraplegic, you can use that, right?
No.
Your actual, it's like a gun.
It's like a potato gun, but with a golf ball.
They have that, and they're
at Majestic. Like, they have it.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh, yeah. So we're really excited to partner with them, because from what I heard, and the reason we picked them is they put on a show. They do a really, really good job with taking care of people.
Yeah.
And that was really important to us, because, you know, we're not trying to build a one-off. We're trying to build something that can be sustainable, something that is different, something that people have a really fun time at and they talk about and they want to come back. When's the next one?
Yeah.
Well, we have another one on October 9th at the same place. So,
right.
Really at the end of the day, if we do a good job and we get a lot of people there, we're raising money for families that need it.
So what is it? Is it going to change as far as who's benefiting, or do you have one foundation that you are donating to?
Well, we've actually partnered with the Wounded Warriors. Okay. We kind of work with them a little bit, and so they actually brought a family to our attention that they're actually from Cloquet, but it's we have a heavy emphasis on if you serve, right?
Yeah.
And he was an Air Force guy, and he's a younger guy, upper 30s, and going through brain cancer. So, I mean, right away that touched our heart that like this is a family we want to get behind and support. And so we, Jason, my partner in this is up there meeting with them today.
Nice.
To just actually present them a check for $4,440, which is what we do right off the bat when we verify a family. They get a check for $4,440 before we've raised a penny in their name, and then through these events, then the money comes in and we'll kind of fill in some of those gaps.
That's a pretty sweet thing to do for people in need for sure.
Yep. So we've done that now. There's 3 families, and I mean. If we can do a good job with these events, get people, corporate sponsors that want to get involved, and we can raise some money, now we're able to do this for more families.
Got it.
And that's what we're looking to do, and make something sustainable. And so you host these big events, you're making money, you're raising awareness for that family, and we have a platform that's our personal platform. It's kind of like your GoFundMe type, things where you can make donations, but with GoFundMe, it's typically hey, here's $50, here's $100, and a month later, people forget about it, and it's not on your mind and whatever.
Yeah.
With our platform, you can give on a monthly basis, kind of like what St. Jude's does, where it's hey, $19.99 a month, and that's how they. I mean, I visited that place, and it's amazing. They raise it's like $3 million a day to run it, and it's all $19.99 a month from a lot of people, and so. We have that option, and it doesn't have to be $19.99. It could be $4.44 a month. It could be $14.44 a month. Based around the fours. We were trying to, get that a part of what we do. But just making them more relevant, and obviously having events like this where we, we're going to have flyers all over the place with their story, and QR codes on there to donate right there. Yeah. And so we hope to have 1,000 people there between all the golf that we're going to have going on, the Yard Olympics, which is going to be huge. It's so much fun. If you like throwing bags and doing all that stuff, it is the most fun you'll have. I'm telling you, I love golf. I love golf. And I'm like torn. What should I do?
Yeah, the Yard Olympics sounds pretty fun too.
It is.
We used to call that
really
beer
fun.
Olympics in college. But maybe it turns into the same thing.
That is it, But you can do it. You can do all those things holding a beer. So,
it kind of balances you, I think. For me now it's a bubbly water, but
I know Majestic Oaks has beer.
Oh yeah, you do.
I think they do. I think you're right.
No, so I did a scramble. I think it was 80s themed, and this is an idea. So they put me on a hole that you could use my drive. So everybody would tee off, and then I'd go up and then tee off for them.
Yeah.
Now the funny part about it is I was dressed up like Richard Simmons, and I'm not a small guy.
I like this guy. This guy.
So I had tight shorts, raised up, okay, sock and all. All right, you hear me? And then a tank top, and it was sunny out. So if I didn't get enough sunscreen on, it was bad. I just had like a tan line, and then I had a wig on, and it was hot.
Did you have a headband?
Had a headband, had wristbands. I mean, I was Richard Simmons up. And it was so funny to watch, like the people who were there casually, right? Because you see that in scrambles. You got the casual guys that are in there. They're falling out of the cart by the time they get to, you're 2 hours into a scramble. People are just belligerent. The people who are there to have fun. The people who are there to win it. They looked at me and they're like, we're not going to need your drive. Right. And then I would go, and they would go, I guess we're using his drive.
Too late.
Did they have to pay for it?
No, it's free. It was part of the tournament, and I think it's because company I work for, Hoffman Weber Construction, they were there. And so they had sponsored that hole. And so they were like, well, what can we do? And I'm like, I'll dress up as ridiculous as you want to make me, and I'll hit drives all day.
That's awesome.
And they found a Richard Simmons costume, the biggest one they could get, which was like an extra large. And I have pictures of it. I should probably put it.
You absolutely are.
If you don't, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah.
I've seen ridiculous stuff like that. I've seen, well, when you're going back to the CO2 thing, I was thinking about that. I don't know if you guys have seen that club.
Yeah.
They make a club and it's got the little thing on there and you pull the trigger.
I think it's electric.
It's not. It's CO2. You put a CO2 in the back thing and it pops that thing out.
Cartridge. Yeah.
That's something that I see people hit with, or not. I don't know if you call it hitting with that, pulling with that.
Yeah. You just push a button and it goes.
Yeah. It's like you pull a trigger and perfect 170 down, 170 down the fairway. I think there's different levels to it too. You can change the loft and stuff, but no, with my experience with we've done a lot of scrambles, man. Yeah, I've done a lot of scrambles. I feel bad I don't remember a lot of them. This year will be different. I'll remember a lot more, but we'll be able, we can definitely help with some ideas as well.
Yeah. Like, so let's go back to his to differentiate from the other scrambles. Like, tell us a little bit. I kind of know, but maybe things have changed since I played last summer.
Yeah.
What are the scoring situations, and you kind of have caddies or something like that? Or
so for our corporate sponsors on the signature course. So we're gonna. I mean, if you want to come and you just want to do your regular scramble, we have that. So we have two courses. So you can do that on this course. You don't have to be a corporate sponsor. Just bring your foursome, your twosome, whatever. You go play on this course. You still have fun, right?
Do they have two full courses there?
Yeah.
2 full 18s?
Yeah.
They do, don't they? Wow.
And a par 3.
Yeah.
So lots of.
I think Bunker only has 3 9. I don't know if you
27 holes.
Yeah, they have 3 9s and a par 3.
Yep.
Right. Okay. So wow.
Yeah. So so yeah, you absolutely can come and play your regular scramble just like you used to, and come and have fun, and every entry into playing golf and all that stuff, you get free entry to the bands and all that stuff later too. So, come and party, have your spouses or whoever come, later, people, we're just looking to throw a really, really fun event that people remember and want to be a part of the next time. And, with having all the elements that we do and making it a little bit different, which I'll explain in a second, how we're doing a little bit different on the other course. But, we just want a lot of people there to have fun and raise a bunch of money for families that need it. So
absolutely.
And then we'll have auction items as well. So I know we got, if you're a football fan, we got, some autographed stuff from Chad Greenway, and I'll have some baseball stuff autographed, and we got baskets from, Acapulco's, and there's a lot of sponsors from around Blaine area.
So you having is Grey Duck then trying to come on too? Then if you
they're gonna. He
said
he'd sign some bottles of. He said he wasn't available that day to partake or whatever. He just said he'd love to pitch in a little bit, and that's how he felt like he could do that. So
it works both ways. Right?
But yeah. So back to on the signature course. So for the corporate sponsors, yes, you get a pilot and a co-pilot, which will help you kind of your score. They'll do the scoring for you, so that you can just enjoy the day. Just go have fun. Don't worry about what did I get there, and because we do a little bit different on the scoring. You can win as an individual on that with that tournament on that course through the point system that we use, which you get a point for fairway greens, approach shots on the green, one putts and pars. Wow! And so you can win as an individual. You can win as a 2-man scramble team. So you go in as, hey, this is my partner for the 2-man scramble. A 4-man scramble team. So maybe your team is sucking, but your other team in your 4-man is doing well. You can still win, and then you can also win as a group of 8. So maybe your 2 twosomes are doing terrible, but the other twosomes are doing great, and you can still win as a group of 8. So there's lots of ways to win. You're never out of it, even if you're having a terrible day, and just trying to make it fun and enjoyable.
So when you do that, when you do an 8-man, so it's basically 2 guys are playing a scramble.
Yep.
Right. Their shots are recorded by your pilot, co-pilot.
Right.
And then the collective is also a part of all that too.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So there's, like I said, there's lots of
Good
ways
thing
to
you
win,
have
and
somebody
it's-
there because I would not remember that.
Yeah. we'll have lots of help.
Yeah.
During
Somebody
the
to
day.
steer you a little bit.
Yeah. No, lots of help during the day, and yeah, we're just looking to make it different and fun.
Yeah, I've never played an event like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something.
I hadn't either.
So you played in one. So
Yeah.
how did that go?
We kind of just forego the 4 to 8 man, and Kane and I just focused on just winning.
Yeah, okay. That doesn't sound like you at all. I am completely surprised in that statement. It's all about me.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Jake. I'm here to win.
Well, you got to understand that I got Kane there.
Yeah.
Okay. So if he's taking time away from his kids and stuff, he's a super competitive. I can have fun at those scramble events. Kane, he's
Right.
gonna
He
want
wants
to.
to
He
win.
wants
Yeah.
to win.
Well, make sure that he comes to the individual tournament in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
There's
I don't
something to
want
be-
him there because he'll beat everyone.
There's something to be said
That's all right.
with you, though.
Hey, honestly, we want those guys there.
Yeah.
Because there's different levels, and we want those guys there. So
Jake will show up at a scramble like it's all willy-nilly until like the 3rd or 4th hole. And then Jake gets a huge Napoleon complex and wants to beat everybody. And it's no longer a team game. It's, God, did you guys see that shot? And we're like, yeah, we're right here, man. Good shot. We'll see your next shot in like 6 more holes.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, that competitive edge in you just comes out.
I have
Speaking of competitive edges, this is the Masters week. And we're going to circle back around and keep talking about what you got going on too in this as well. But dude, LT Gray.
I know.
He's playing, baby.
Eldrick.
Oh my gosh. So I have a story about this. In 2019, my son, I think at that time during the Masters, he was like maybe he's a little bit more than 6 months old. But he's little.
Yep.
And he's a big kid, so little's a very vague statement. But when Tiger won, I will never forget taking my son, putting him on my shoulders, and I have a picture of it. Just like, yeah. Because for him, even though he'll never remember that, I got a picture to document it, first of all. Second of all, I will always have that story to tell. It's like my son, you would never think, would have ever gotten to see the greatest of all time win a Masters. And now he's 3, right? 3.5. And now he's going to actually be able to watch the great, I think, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinion, the greatest to ever do it. And I'm so freaking pumped about that because I'm a huge Tiger fan, always have been. And I've always just got a rush whenever he's playing in any.
I don't know how anybody can say they don't like Tiger. Yes, okay, he's had scandal. He's, done some bad things, but we don't watch sports and watch athletes and like latch onto their wagon because they're like the best humans always.
Yeah, right.
Like that's bullshit. Michael Jordan, do we all latch onto Michael Jordan's wagon because he's like the greatest stand-up guy in the world? No. We watch because he's the best that
At his
ever
sport.
played basketball.
Yeah.
Yep. Agreed.
And here's how can you be a perfect citizen with that much economic backing?
Well, that and
You know what I mean?
The pressure,
the absolute, and we can't even fathom that.
No, you can't be a normal member of society. You have to basically shelter yourself. I mean, look at Michael Jackson. I mean, he had to like shelter himself from the world.
Yeah.
And that's the same mentality, or that's what Tiger had to do. He had to build his own complex and, could only go certain places. Like, that's not an easy thing to
Not
work
for everybody.
through. No.
And that's why when you listen to some Joe Schmoes, like we're talking about it right now, and we're definitely Joe Schmoes, okay?
Yeah.
That's why I can't even comment on the stuff on the side.
Yeah.
Because I will never know that.
Yeah.
Maybe I hit the lottery, but I'll never be a billionaire.
Yeah. I
in
mean,
any sport.
He's a man. He had whatever, miscues, and that's just that's how it goes.
Us normies have vices. Could you imagine?
Yeah. No, for
Could
sure.
you imagine have vices and having that much monetary value to work with.
Yeah, never have a. I mean, I guess we shouldn't say never, because he did have economic consequences to that.
Yeah, but that's
He
like
lost
me and you.
sponsors and stuff. But
yeah.
That's like me and you having to pay a speeding ticket, man. You know what I mean? That's like the epitome of how much, how much
you
that
remember
actually hit him.
he lost Gatorade and then he like picked up Monster.
Yeah. Oh,
really?
He lost Rolex and picked up Tag.
Right.
Like it was just like these people were waiting in line for sure.
That's the thing. It's like whenever I see the red, white, and blue behind me because I'm speeding, I'm just like, oh, this is gonna be a bad day. Yeah. That's basically the same feeling. Like if you lose, like for him.
Speaking of
that's
sponsors,
what's crazy.
like I wonder where the shoe thing is going with FootJoy, since he's not wearing Nikes this week.
He's in FootJoys now, or
He's wearing FootJoys at the Masters.
he is. That's big.
So I don't know if like Nike just granted him like a pass because they didn't have a shoe that worked for him.
Yeah.
And they're developing. It sounded like in his press conference that they're developing him a shoe at Nike to
so
be more like a tour shoe, more support,
Like
from side to side.
A grandpa shoe. Because FootJoy has grandpa shoes. They've had grandpa shoes.
Yeah, I mean, I wear like a G4, which is I think a grandpa shoe, but
sure.
it's got a ton of support.
I was a big Nike guy, and I never wore FootJoys until they came out with those SLs, those low top SLs.
I don't like them.
I liked it because they're not as pointy. FootJoy always had like the pointy. You don't care about your foot looking like the Joker when he pushes the knife out of his shoe and the Dark Knight.
Sure. But
sorry, I got a little nerdy there. Thank you.
Nike made a good tour shoe for a while. Those Tiger Woods, those like Zooms or whatever they were for a while back. I don't know, must have been late 2000.
Yeah, but those shoes are good for like 2 rounds. Listen, you're talking to a shoe fanatic in golf shoes. If I put a picture of my closet up, it would bring a tear to your eye because I had every Nike shoe that came out golf shoe wise. Okay. So I know my stuff. So if you want to go down this road, we'll go down it.
I like the tour shoes, like my G4s that I have.
Okay.
They're like the best. And like I do like FootJoys.
But how often are you
really
walking
expensive.
72 holes on a weekend?
I try to walk every time I play.
I know, but I'm saying for a tour guy, you got to go out there and walk 72 holes on a weekend, and you need a shoe to support that.
Yeah.
And FootJoy, even though they're ugly as shit, can support that.
For sure.
100%. But then FootJoy started coming out with their more modern stuff, and
the tennis shoe stuff doesn't really fit my.
I like the SLs.
jam.
I like what were the other ones that FootJoy came out with? Those ones that were like I don't know, colored ones. They're less pointy. But anyway, I would say my favorite though was the FootJoy Nike. Kind of going down the shoe route, and this is what I love, and I have a huge passion for shoes. The 360s are kind of unbeatable in my mind.
The Adidas? Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were too narrow for my fat foot.
Well, not all of us are hobbits. You know what I mean?
I mean, sure.
Yeah. Like,
Yep.
get off Gandalf's horse. Get a skinnier foot. That's something that you could never change, though. But
So
speaking of walking, though, what do you think? So we watched that. There's a Freddie Couples interview that you were showing me, and that's all that he really had to say was that's all he's worried about.
is if he can walk. Because he basically rode him like to the victory. In that interview.
If you don't know what interview we're talking about, look up Freddie Couples talks about Tiger. I'm sure it's on YouTube and all over the place. But yeah, I was watching that, and he was talking. They were playing with JT and him, and he had nothing.
He was pumping his tires.
Oh, big time. he had the air. He was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He said if his leg holds up,
Yeah.
they might as well just give him the green jacket. Which is music to my ears. I was watching that interview and I was just like,
it'd be good for one of our buddies that just threw a G at it.
Yeah.
We'll leave you anonymous, but we know who you are.
Yeah.
And
I was talking to Kane this morning, and Kane, I told him about it, and he was like, terrible bet. He missed the boat because it was 80-1.
Yeah.
And so that was probably prior to them knowing for sure if he was playing. But
yeah,
even when I saw it at 50, I was like, God, I should just throw $50 on this.
Right.
You know,
$50. You got more money than that, Jake.
Yeah, but
don't belittle yourself.
I mean, let's be honest. If this happens, will be the greatest moment in sports history.
I'll tell you right now.
The end.
He will be my second phone call.
Yeah.
If he wins, if Tiger wins, and I know that he put this bet down, he'll be my second phone call. My first phone call is going to be to my father-in-law, who is not a Tiger fan because he's the Jack Nicklaus age. Yeah. He'll be the first one.
Yeah.
Be the very first one.
So I told this person, I said, if you win that bet, I am never paying for a beer on the golf course again.
No. We should get a royalty.
Yeah.
Just for the fact of.
Yeah, because we're buddies.
Yeah, exactly. You get royalties if you're buddies.
Yeah.
Right? But I think you should put some of that money towards a little bit of sponsorship
so we can get a foursome or eightsome or something. Yeah, we will. I think
we definitely should. So we're going back to you.
Yeah.
So the first event, you said that it's a low-key event, but it's August 15th, is that what you said?
Well, the first event is going to be a big one at Majestic.
But you said there was one at White Eagle.
Yeah, White Eagle on the 15th of August. It's a Monday.
Okay.
Yep.
It's right before a golf trip.
Yeah,
that's a long week of golf.
That's all right.
Well, you need a warm up then.
Yeah, exactly. No, we'll have to get out there. We're getting obviously a lot of swag made and stickers and all that good stuff. So we'll be sure to try to be a part of that.
Yeah.
That first big event at Majestic.
Yeah, that one will be actually. There's a family from Hudson, Wisconsin that we got behind. They actually owned the Valley Pools and Spas, or I think they probably still do. But the dad or the husband has ALS. So
that stuff.
And I just heard yesterday or the day before that it's getting pretty tough for him. So yeah, that's a family that we got behind, and so we've actually reached out to quite a few of the businesses in Hudson area that they all know each other. So, and that's kind of what we're trying to do is just, build up communities and, and
so
connect everybody.
The last hole of the day during that. So let's reverse.
Yep.
I get ahead of myself every now and then.
Sure.
Does each event benefit a different family, or is it a multitude of events benefits one? What is kind of that?
Yeah. So that one is going to be, the Hudson one is going to be geared more toward that Zeza family. Mm-hmm. But no, you can, like, when you register, one of the questions is, what family are you playing for?
Got it.
So so you can identify the family that you want to play for. So a lot of the people, like where I grew up, actually the last family, the third family right now that we're taking care of is actually my next door neighbor growing up.
Okay.
He was 49 years old, passed away, had a heart attack. And so yeah,
at 49.
At 49. Oh. And so he's got a couple kids. So I reached out to his older brother, Jesse, who I hadn't talked to in quite a few years, and just said, hey, it's kind of crazy timing for this to happen. Here's what we're doing. I'd love to help his kids out. And so we met with them a few months back and gave them that verification check and said we want to take care of you guys, and so his 12-year-old boy plays baseball, and so we want to make sure that we're able to take care of all of his passions with that, and then she's into acting and modeling, and she's getting her scuba certification and doing a dive in like Costa Rica or whatever with some family, and so we're helping take care of some of that stuff, and then it's cared for life, so right on into college.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of money we can raise and what we can do, obviously is going to depend on sponsors and people that want to get involved. But we want to get that story out there, get people know what it's all about, and so it's Peck Family Fund. If you go to GoFundMe, it's Peck Family Fund. You can donate right to that family.
Okay.
You got actually, if you go cared for and just type cared for, so CARED 4, it should pop up in GoFundMe. We have 3 families right now. The Feehan family, dad's going through brain cancer. The Zezas, who dad has ALS, and then the one I just mentioned, the Peck family, where the dad had passed away from a heart attack in November. So those are the 3 families right now. So you can donate on their GoFundMe pages or through our website, cared44life. So it's cared44life.com or .org. We'll get you to the same place.
Got it.
And the first tab or the first button you see is donate today.
Well, and we'll put all those websites in the description for the
Right.
for the YouTube channel here, and so you'll be able to do that while you're listening to the pod at the same time. So that really makes a lot of sense. So the cared for life,
Right.
So this isn't just creating a quick fund and then give it to them. It's trying to take care of that family as they progress through their life. That's really something special, man, for somebody to nut up and do something like that. I mean, I don't know of many other. I mean, you have the foundations that you go to every year. They do the thing, and who knows where it goes to. But that you can actually select the family, and you know where it's going.
Right.
Particularly, so here's what I was thinking: if let's say for the ALS thing, last hole of the scramble, do the ice bucket challenge, try to putt.
Oh, there you go.
Try to putt after being poured, ice bucket poured on you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's a good idea, right? I don't know if there's any copyright issues with that, but
So then what? So then what? You go to the party dripping wet?
yeah, no, yeah. I mean, you have to have a disclaimer. Bring a change of clothes, but don't
Bring a
tell them
swimsuit.
why.
Yeah. Bring a swimsuit.
You're gonna need a change of clothes, but we're not telling you why. Come on down.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I just can't get over. We're going back and forth here, but I just can't get over Tiger playing, man.
I know. I can't think. I
can't do it.
So we got to hurry up and wait for him to bogey number 1 tomorrow.
Always gonna happen.
Always.
Yep.
Every time.
Yep.
And then
If he pars number 1, it's over. They might as well just stop.
just
If he gets anything better than a bogey on hole 1, it's like, all right, Tiger's got it.
yeah.
Just give it to him.
Yeah.
Who else is in the field that's like? Well, I mean, all the repeating players and things of that nature. But who do you think else has a really good chance?
When I was talking to Kane this morning, his favorite was Cam Smith.
Yeah, he's playing really good.
Yeah, just because he can hit all the shots. And he putts really well.
I don't know if he caught that, but I squeaked a little bit there.
Yeah, that's okay.
Going through a second puberty. It's
Cool.
weird. It's very rare. So I got that going for
Is that
me.
what happens?
Well, now
when
you talk like Jake.
Yeah, right. It's because I was imitating Jake too much during the sound check. Yeah, I had to get that high pitched voice going. Yeah, I like the Cam Smith play.
Obviously,
JT's always a
Scheffler.
favorite. Scheffler is playing really, really well. I'm a huge fan. Did Schauffele?
I don't know where he's at. I mean, he's playing.
Yeah,
I don't know where he's at.
I'm just a big fan of him too. I'd like to see him get a major.
Yeah.
One of them.
Well, Morikawa is obviously one of the best ball strikers.
Yeah.
But I was watching that thing I was telling you about where he is a fader of the ball, like he always was through college, but he never misses left.
Right.
Well, he goes to Augusta and he's got to shape the ball both ways.
Yeah.
That makes it really hard.
Right.
Because you absolutely have to hit draws there. And he cannot draw his driver. So that's just totally
a lot of 3
out.
wood, so you're out, in that 180 range constantly. And, some of those pins, you have to hit it right to left to get to them. And if you hit it left to right, it just makes it tremendously more difficult.
Yeah. And they lengthen the course. So that's fun.
So have you seen those changes? Like, what are they doing?
It wasn't a lot. It was only I think it was only 75 yards.
They only changed the 75 yards.
I think so.
But 2 holes.
Correct.
That's
2 or
all they
3
changed.
holes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. Jeremy, who's your favorite player? Not just playing on the Masters, but who is somebody that you...
I've always loved Tiger.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love the whole story.
I'm glad you said
I love
that.
the comeback. I love a comeback and I mean, he never was the underdog before, but now he's, it's kind of like you root for that guy.
Yeah.
But, and it's just fun to watch. I mean, yeah.
I mean, watching him come up 18 in 2019 was the most incredible. Even the Tour Championship.
Incredible.
I mean, even the practice rounds when Freddie and him and JT were playing, they said it was like Sunday at the Masters.
Yeah.
At a practice round.
Right.
That's insane.
And I think that's what he brings to the table too. Is he's got to bring more nerves out of a lot of guys, particularly if you're playing with them, because I don't even know what that would be like. I can't even fathom what that would be like.
Well, those fans aren't there to watch anybody else.
No.
No matter if it's JT or not. JT's a great player. I'd love to watch him.
Yeah.
But they're not there to watch JT.
And nobody's tuning in
Yeah.
to the Masters to watch anybody else.
No.
What happens when he's gone?
I don't know.
I think that's what the scariest thing when he got in that car wreck is. That's like the first thing I was like, what happens now?
there's a lot of tournaments that I just won't tune into like I do when he's playing.
Yep.
When he's playing, it's like full on Tiger Vision at the TV, like just watching. But if he's not playing, I'm like, I'll catch a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
I
don't know if I watched too many events this year. I just haven't. I mean, I keep up with it and I watch the scoring and stuff, but it's not going to be like this weekend.
No, this weekend I'll be tuned in tomorrow. Like I'll watch.
There will be an
par
earbud. I will be talking to customers, probably with the earbud in my ear.
when we're editing. We're going to be watching the par 3 stuff.
Oh, yeah.
live from the Masters.
Yeah.
So
No,
to
absolutely.
be fair,
What are you doing? Are you going to watch it this weekend, or what are your plans?
Yeah, I might. Jeremy? I mean, I don't find myself watching a lot of golf. I got 4 kids. My fiance's got 3, and we're usually running around with them, doing whatever. So, honestly, I mean, I love hockey. I didn't get to watch the Wild. I don't get to watch the Twins. So, I don't get to watch a lot of sports. I like.
You don't get to live.
I don't get to really do anything.
A lot of 7.
Yeah.
If I did my math right.
It's a lot.
Good for you, man.
do you have like a van? Like a 15-passenger van?
If it was in the budget, we'd have it. But yeah, I mean, it's when we go places, it's 2 vehicles.
So I'm very much a one-trip guy with groceries. That's not happening in your world. There's no way you're carrying all those groceries.
Here's the thing. I'm a big Aldi guy.
Okay.
And I get
Aldi.
what we're making that night. Like I go to Aldi like every day. Wow. So and I get it fresh, and we're having salmon. Cool. I'll go get salmon, and I'll go get all the stuff for salmon. And
I'm so effing stubborn with bringing groceries in. Like I have to. Like I'll get all plastic bags. Sorry, environment, but I have to, and I will cut the circulation off my hands trying to carry all
the one tripper. I'm a one tripper.
I'm grabbing the doorknob with my mouth like that.
Have you ever
trying to open it up.
Did you know that they deliver groceries to your doorstep now?
I know, but it's kind of my workout too because I don't do much else. Like man, put a sweat in bringing up these steaks.
It's so much easier to just order online.
It is, and you know what I found? It actually saves me money because I'm a browser.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
You put me in the cracker or chips
Don't
aisle.
go hungry.
Yeah.
It's like, I take that. Take that. But if you're on,
what's this? This is a new thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's try it.
Is that mochi?
Oh my god.
But if you're on like shipped, right? Okay, shipped to just delivered to you. I probably save $80 to $100 per trip if I just do shipped because I got my list. This is what I need. Send it to me.
Yeah.
But if I'm in an aisle, they know what they're doing marketing wise.
Of course they do.
For fat people. Because veggies, there's not a lot of song and dance with that. But you go down the chip aisle and there's like, eat these and you're going to be cool. Like, I will be. Tostitos and salsa. This is what we're doing here today. Favorite on-course snack?
What?
Favorite on-course snack?
Oh, on course? Mm-hmm. From the clubhouse or brought?
Whatever you want.
like
bring your own.
Like Bobby Bones, the Instagram guy. He comes out at the turn. He's got balls, like egg salad sandwich, barbecue sandwich.
You got it all?
Yeah.
You only eat half of it.
And he's like, his buddy's like, you paid more at the turn than you did for the round.
I have a couple friends I went down to Arizona to see, and they're vegan, right?
Oh, lovely.
I love them to death. They really want me to go vegan, and it sounds good when I think about like, yeah, I'm going to lose some weight, but I can't give up bacon. I've tried so hard.
I was going to say beef jerky and like just nuts on the golf course.
But what I was going to say is this. The one thing I had there that I will continuously have is my buddy every morning would make a plant-based brekkie burrito. And I told him, I said, if you can make me this every day, I will eat it.
What was the like?
It's like plant-based chorizo.
It's actually pretty good.
It is. The not egg stuff.
Okay.
It's like in the bottle,
So
right?
it's just like rubber.
And just sweet tears of angels. I mean, it is so good. Some Frank's Red Hot on there, and I'm not a Buffalo guy at all, but I told him, I said, if you made this for me every meal, I could do it. But that's about it. I couldn't do anything else. Like, that's it. But speaking of Encore snacks, they had these bars, like Y bars. I don't know if you guys have ever had them. They look like a turd. Okay. They look like you had ate a chia pet before it grew. So those little seeds.
Yeah.
On like a roll of turd. Okay,
It's like a
but
Tootsie Roll.
they are delicious.
So basically, close your eyes when you're eating it.
Yes,
Okay.
and have something to drink because they're not dry. So you're saying beef jerky and
Yeah, beef jerky nuts.
I've
Or
never seen you
banana.
be like a snacker.
What?
I haven't really seen you snack.
No,
much.
I don't. I bring a banana, and then I'll have nuts.
This guy's a fit dude compared to the
Oh,
rest.
dude, it's a Snicker bar for me, man. Come on.
So good metabolism. So rub it in. Great. I have a Snicker bar and my love handles go, hello, good morning.
Yeah.
I'm here. Rub me. I get a lot of people that say, dude, you need a Snickers. Because sometimes if I don't have a chew in the morning, I get a little irritated. So I say that would be my favorite encore snack is just straight up grizzly wintergreen. Ulcers.
Gross.
Love every bit
mouth
of it.
cancer.
Going still in the snack thing, pimento cheese and egg salad sandwiches is something that I have a tradition in eating, and I think this is going to be the first year I'm not going to have them. And I'm pretty bummed out about that
Why?
because I don't know how to make them, and the person that makes them is my mother-in-law. You know how this is all going.
Yeah.
So I do have to look up a recipe for. They got to have a recipe out there that you can make them.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because that's like a tradition, man.
Pinterest.
You gotta have
Get on Pinterest. They always get
Pinterest, TikTok, something. Because are you an egg salad guy?
No.
Really?
No.
You don't strike me as an egg salad guy.
No.
Yeah, you're not gassy enough. Are you egg salad guy?
Yeah.
Pimento cheese. Your child sandwiches.
Yeah.
You can only have one, I think.
Okay.
But egg salad, I can.
I got some vegan bread at home.
Isn't it all vegan? I don't know. Does bread have animal in it?
I don't know. Probably.
Did you buy something that said that this is vegan bread?
I'm just kidding. I don't know what it is.
Bacon contain horse. Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me though. The things that they call organic and stuff, it wouldn't surprise me. They're like, hey, try this vegan bread. All the vegans are like, they got vegan bread.
Sales go through the roof. Yeah.
We have vegan bread here today and some some fake turkey bacon. Yum.
And some turd bars.
Give me that. They have vegan tomatoes? Holy shit. I wonder, it would be hard to make an egg salad sandwich with anything vegan though. You know what I mean? Like you just can't enjoy that. But anyway,
Back to golf.
I want to talk about, other than the CO2 things and kind of that stuff, any more outrageous ideas that you guys have had for holes? You don't have to give us all the tidbits. I know you got to get people in the tournament to really, but something that you could tell people that you're going to have at a hole that is just going to be something they've never experienced before. Anything of that nature?
Not really. I mean, you got the Happy Gilmore. I'm sure somebody will do the Happy Gilmore drive. We did that at one of our events last year.
Make it a requirement, you know, that you have to do it.
Sure.
That's pretty sweet.
You know, stuff like that. It's really up to, whoever comes in, they get to pick what they want to do.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be too, too stringent on what they do within reason.
Yeah.
But again, we just want people to have fun, and that's where it comes in. You know, you got 8 golfers and at every hole. Now you have something to do. If you're waiting or whatever, you got something to pass the time and again building relationships. And it's not just your 4 people. You got potentially up to 8 people that you can hang out with.
Is there ability to donate on course, like at holes? Are you going to have different things like that?
Yes, we plan to have on the carts. We had talked about putting on the carts, having flyers with, in some way, having flyers with the stories, like I'd mentioned, of the families.
Yeah.
And then, as you're, maybe you're sitting at a hole waiting for a group so you can drive or whatever the case might be, and you get a chance to look at that flyer and read the story and go, you know what, this is something I want to get behind it. I have a dad, what we're hearing a lot is, like one group, I was just talking to Jason this morning about it. He had talked to and I don't remember the company's name, but he had talked to a company, I think they were like a beer distillery or something like that, where the owner's dad had ALS. Well, guess what? He wants to get behind what we're doing, with this family with ALS. So, that making that connection sometimes with people, or the Feehan family, where it's, my dad was in the Air Force, or I was in the Air Force. I'd love to take care of this guy, or, I lost my dad early, and I know what that's like as a kid, and I would love to give to that. But just having those stories in front of people where they go, you know what, cool. Get out the camera on my phone, hit the QR code, boom, and you're able to donate right there to them. So, yeah, and just keeping them relevant. And then the people that we work with, and eventually if we can, grow this, and having people that can be, that person that takes that family under their wing and really goes after it with them, and promotes that family for however long we work with that family, because, and the cool thing about this family with ALS too is, it's getting to the point where they really do need the money now, with it's taken a turn, but, when we latched onto them, about a year ago, and just said, hey, we're setting this up. We're not there yet, but we want you to be a family that we take care of. And they're like, you know what? We don't need it right now. And we thought that was pretty cool. But the idea is that, if and when that family is no longer under our umbrella, we're going to pass that on to another family, and they can maybe even help us, find that family that it can go to next. So
that speaks volumes about the type of people that you're trying to help as well.
Yeah.
When somebody says, in the world that we live in today, if somebody says we don't need it, that's a good person.
That's pretty amazing.
That's the person you almost want to give it to more.
Right.
The honesty in that is pretty remarkable.
Right.
I do want to ask, I don't think it's a tough question, but it is a question. A lot of charity events that I've been to and things, it does get really corporate sometimes. You have the corporate sponsors that want to have their booth set up and want to sell stuff, or want to get names down for email lists. Are there going to be stuff like that there as well, or is it more if you sponsor you get a sign and that sort of thing?
No, we are allowing them to have set up a booth, and I know one company, and they haven't paid yet, so I'm not going to mention their name just in case, whatever.
Right.
They said they wanted to do like hand out gift cards for par 3, drive on the green, and so have the ability to do that. Maybe we have a conversation. Hey, we're not going to badger people, but I don't know if we have to have that conversation or not. But we definitely don't want to have that atmosphere where people feel like, oh, great, we're coming up on this hole, and that's not what we're looking to promote. But we want businesses to be able to connect with people, and that's a big part of I'm going around. Blaine, Coon Rapids, Andover, like I'd mentioned, in talking to businesses saying, hey, if you want to be involved, there's lots of ways to be involved, but if you want to sponsor a hole, we'll allow you to do, this, promote your business. Yeah. So we definitely want them to be able to promote their business within reason, right?
Right.
We definitely don't want people, like I said, getting badgered, and that's not what we're looking to promote.
I will tell you a story. It doesn't happen all the time, but this happened. I go to this tournament, and the year prior, me and my boss put our names down for this photography place. Okay. Won't name any names.
It was like a how did they
not yeah
boudier.
That's what you spray your butt with. A boudoir. Boudoir shoot. No, they weren't like that. They were like a nice.
I could see Keith.
It was I would do that for sure. I'll put it up on the page. But this lady literally called me every month.
Oh boy.
Every single month, because I had won, right? And it was like $1,000 off or whatever. But the total shoot was like $8,000.
Oh, wow.
Okay, to do this shoot, okay? So long story short, the next year we go to this tournament, me and my boss both know what's up. When we get to this hole, and she's on the same hole, and we get one of our project managers, we're like, this is a great thing to put your name on. Like, we won last year. It was so awesome, blah, blah. You do all this. And he texts me every single week. This lady called me again. Get her to stop calling me. Oh, my God. When we saw her coming, we were like, we talked him into it too. We're like, yeah, we love. And he's actually the original owner of the companies.
Oh, my gosh,
that we work for.
Oh my God.
So like every month, it's like, hey, we're just checking on, you still have that $1,000 voucher to come in and take pictures with your dog.
I don't even do that. I do like to guess the tees or guess the balls or whatever, collect the emails.
Yep.
I just send them an email once a month.
Yeah.
Like,
just,
hey, sell a house. Let's go.
So that's what I was more getting into on. There are some out there that do something crazy like that. Now, that's a good joke for the year next, But at the same time, I try to look out for those outliers when we do those programs and stuff.
Nobody wants that, for sure.
The hard sell.
Hey,
Yeah.
So I remember your cat Fluffy. She's still alive? Oh, she's still alive? Okay, good. We'd like you to come in and take a picture with this cat Fluffy. It's going to be great. It's going to be $8,000, but we'll give you 4 pictures. And you have that $1,000 gift card because you hit the green.
Yeah.
No, Fluffy's dead.
It's got to be a good prize. Like you can't just give away like a partial discount.
Yeah, do you give them recommendations, I guess, when you go to these companies and they want to sponsor Hold? Do you leave it up to them, or do you have like a list of things like?
You know, I haven't put a list together. That's a good idea. Maybe having some ideas.
Yeah, I'll write that down.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I'll write that down because I'll be looking for royalties on that. I wrote a squiggly. We're very transparent here on the Miller and Dricksy show. I wrote a squiggly. Didn't write it down. Yeah, so if you're looking for great ideas, or if you're watching this podcast and you have any ideas, there's tons of people out there I know in the amateur community. It is something that is a staple of being an amateur golfer. You play in these charity events, you have a good time, and you know that you're helping for a good cause as well. It warms my heart at the same time. I get to swing a club and just have a great day of golf, playing different courses and things of that nature. So we are going to put in the description right below all of the website for the Cared For Life, and then all the individual websites. If you'd like to donate to some of these families and be a part of this, even if you're not a golfer, we have the GoFundMe sounds like it's set up for them as well. But if you are a golfer, try to get in some of these events. I know that me and Jake will be at as many as we can be, for sure. We'd love to support what you got going on. It sounds like a great cause and a great thing that you're doing. And I do want to say thank you so much for coming in today, of course, and giving us a little bit of insight.
Giving me a platform and let me jump on.
Here we are, baby, Miller and Dricksy's. Yeah. Well, that will about do it for Miller and Dricksy's pod number 4, Masters Week. Make sure you tune in to the Masters. El Tigre is teeing it up. I don't know what time does he tee off. Does it?
I'm sure he'll get the morning draw tomorrow and then the afternoon on Friday, just because he needs that recovery time.
So everybody put in your thoughts and prayers our buddy who is anonymous for his $1,000 bet, because then we are all, if we're not here next week, is because we're taking full advantage and we went to Vegas. We'll see you next week on Miller and Dricksy's pod, baby. Bye.
Cause I'ma need a higher ceiling. Cause I'ma need a higher ceiling.